Hey friends, how you guys doing? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your time. Welcome to the Mind is the Altar. I want to talk about 7 spirituality facts. Maybe it might blow your mind or maybe you already knew. So let's get right into it. Man, number 1 I want to say is we have all died before. We have all died and we die every night because sleep mimics death. They say sleep is the cousin of death, but sleep mimics death, right? So what happens is when you fall asleep, what happens is your soul leaves your body and it goes to the spirit realm, right? And I believe this is why you see siblings who had passed away. And this is why you see the strangers that they look so familiar in the dream realm, to where you interact with these strangers like you've known them before. Um, I'm chilling with my Moldavite today, by the way. But the reason why I said we have all died is because when you're just laying here, your body, and your soul travels into the spirit realms, and your soul interacts with this, strangers that you haven't seen them before. And we call this the spirit realm because when we actually die in this physical realm, when we exit out of here, we are going to the spirit realm we call home, right? So in my opinion, every night we mimicking this. It's just our soul after it's done traveling um, to the spirit realm, seeing all the deceased ones. Sometimes you dream about somebody who had passed away in your family, and it comes back to its body because it's not time for it to stay home, right? It's not time for the soul to stay there forever. But I feel like when we die, right, then our soul, it makes a sudden exit to where it can come back, right? But when we're sleeping, it makes a sudden exit, like a different exit to where the soul makes sure it comes back home to its vessel, right? Number 2, rumors they have it that when you were born, when a child is like born, like right now, right away, and is crying, is because the child is mad, is been incarnated, is been put back to earth, or the child came back is mad. They have a lot of theories when it comes to unborn child, right? But I want to think. I want to think of one thing. I was thinking. I'm like, most of the pregnant women, when they are pregnant during their pregnancy, if they have a pet, they're like, "Oh, my pet knew that I was pregnant because it was just staring at me." But what if the pet is staring at something else instead of you thinking your pet knows that you're pregnant, but what if it's staring at something else, something like a spirit, a guidance, an angel? Here's what I'm getting at, right? It's to believe. People believe that when a baby is in its mother's stomach, it's nothing but flesh, right? The baby don't have the soul yet. The soul is not in there yet. What the soul is doing, the spirit or the soul that is going to enter in this baby's vessel or body, the whole time is guiding its mother. It's walking along side by side with the mother to protect its own body, if you know what I mean. So it's acting as a guiding angel to protect its own body. So when the body is ready, the baby, when it's ready to come out, then the soul, it gets in the baby's body, and that's when you hear the baby crying. But the soul, it forgets all memories. It loses all memories in the spirit realm. It loses all memories when it was walking alongside with the pregnant mom, right? So maybe that's why we need to get in touch with our higher self. This stuff you'll only know if you're in touch with the higher self. Okay? In our lower self, everything is new to us and we just learning as we go, right? but we do have guidance. So what I'm saying is, maybe that's why some pregnant mom, they almost fell, and this almost something happened to where they feel like, oh, if they didn't do that, this could happen. So maybe some of these pregnant women, they like the spirit that's supposed to inhibit the baby's body is like, since it's acting as a guiding angel, it's protecting the mother, so its vessel will make it into the physical realm safe and sound, right? And that's number two, right? And number three, I know you guys, or some of you guys experience this. When people are about to pass away, we all have a signal that we give away when we're about to pass away. It could be a message that we recorded on video, and it just sounded like that was awkward, and the next day they passed away. And some people is colors. Some people, they'll dress in black without knowing for like a long time, to where it's obvious, like after that they pass away. There's like a whole bunch of signals before somebody leaves this physical realm. You even get a signal that something is really off, right? It's a signal as, hey, sooner or later you are coming home into the spirit realm. Okay, number 4 is every corner that you stay in, every street that you live in, there is a family spirit that lives there, because they every street you stay in, or every corner, there used to be a car crash to where a family has passed away, and there could be a bad spirit or good spirit. So now what people used to do is they'll put food outside during nighttime, and they say a blessing, and they ask for a blessing or a prayer for the spirit. They offer this food, and in the morning it'll be gone. So they're offering a blessing to the spirit, saying, hey, please help me reach my goals or whatever. Because in each corner, even the corner that you live in, whether you know it or not, there's a spirit that lives around that corner. Either there was a car crash, and now the spirits, they wants to help you out, or they wants to help others, or the spirits can be bad spirits as well, right? Number 5 is you never ever hold on. Number 5 is those who've seen a ghost. You can never see a ghost without its permission, right? You can never see a ghost without its permission, because when when your soul leaves your body, it's vibrating to a higher level. So it's impossible for us who are vibrating to lower level to see this spirit, right? So for this ghost, or you so-called ghost spirit, for it to make sure that you see it, you have to come down to your vibration till you can see it. If we can see a ghost all the time, that means we're vibrating all the way up here. And I don't think, if you're vibrating to the level of to where you can see ghosts all the time, I don't think you should check. Maybe you're not alive. Your body cannot vibrate to the higher vibration unless you soul left your body and move into the spirit realm, right? So, and number six is contract. Whether we remember or not, each one of us, before we came here into this physical realm, we made a contract. We signed a contract. I'm not talking about signature by paper and pen. That's ridiculous. But we chose who is going to be our family. We chose who is going to be our enemies, and we chose who is going to be our friends. And we also chose how we're going to die. But we just don't remember. As a self-defense, we don't remember that. But when you pass away, all this will come to you, because when you pass away, your soul will remember everything. Now you are vibrating to a higher vibration. And the all spirituality about trying to get in touch with your higher self, trying to learn that we are all one, right? So that is I don't know how you guys think about that, but that has been said, that we all chose who are family, and we all chose what we gonna do in this earth and everything here. We We all chose what our mission is. We just forgot as soon as we were born. Now we started being programmed, and then we just got involved being programmed. And that's when they say you need to be awake, because if you're awake, now you understand not your mission, but you understand who you are, and we are all one, right? So number 7 is speaking of contract. If most of these homeless people, they really chose to be that as they were coming on this earth, they might not remember all these homeless and handicapped people. No disrespect, they chose to be that, to remind humans, to wake us up, to remind us up, to remind us that we are all one. Okay, if you see a brother or sister struggling, you need to remember that that's you, but in a different vibration, right? That's you struggling, but in a different, existence, right? Okay, that's you struggling, having a different experience. So if you see a homeless man, or a homeless man sitting on the side of the road and he's begging for money, what you do is, do not put this on YouTube, or do not put this on Facebook, to gain likes or everything. What you're gonna do is give them whatever you want to offer, and then say a prayer, because the universe, it speaks on whatever you give back, you get back twice as that. Say a prayer, give that blessing, and then do not ask back, or do not expect anything, because every time you give a homeless man, or help a handicapped person, you are getting a blessing that you were supposed to get. Now you're getting through these individuals, the homeless man or the handicapped. Now, those who are begging, it don't have to be a homeless man. It could be your family member, the one person in your family always asking for money or something. When you give that, do not say, hey, I want it back, or pay me back. Give it with a blessing, with a good heart, and then the universe will pay you back 3, 30, maybe 1,000 times. So just be aware and open your eyes, man. I gotta cut this short. I will see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I appreciate that. You are the best. Thank you for chilling with me. I'll see you next time.